All right, well, let's kind of set the stage for this week.
Yeah.
Obviously, Hard Knocks. Quick shout out to our CHGO Sports channel as well, because we will be recapping whatever happens on Hard Knocks as soon as it's over there on CHGO Bears After Dark. So make sure you're subscribed over there as well. But the other big thing that everybody's excited about this week is the Bengals coming to town, not only for the game, but for a joint practice on Thursday, which will be interesting.
Yeah, so joint practice Thursday, those are usually really intense, and you get a lot of good work in those practices. We're only doing one this year. I think from what you've seen around the league, usually that second practice warrants a lot of fights, and so I think it's a good thing that we're only doing one this year. And I think some of us are slated to play on Saturday. We'll kind of wait to see what coach says about that. But those joint practices are fun. Kind of get to get new fresh reps on some guys across the league. And I'm not going against Kevin Byard now every single day in one-on-ones or whatever it might be. And it's good to see some other talent out there and go against those guys. So joint practices are fun for the fans, I think, too. I think it's a good way to engage with the team coming in. And it should be a lot of fun, and then we'll get to Saturday and see how we roll there.
So, I was wondering why there's only one.
Yeah.
It makes sense, because I've covered probably 4 or 5 of these now that happen, and it always seems like the second day is just...
Yeah, I mean, especially I look... the fight, the times when the fights are most likely to break out are during those special teams periods, when you get the one-on-one, the vice reps, where you got, 2 guys against the gunner.
Last year in Indy, those were insane.
Gosh. Those are the best to watch. And we always ask, they always want us doing stuff if you're not on teams, work a hands drill here or there, like while we're doing teams work. We're always like, can we go watch the Vice one-on-ones?
Well, I remember last year you guys were all like watching it.
You want to watch
both teams' sidelines were getting really into it.
Because you got guys that I mean, those are, you do well in those reps. I mean, you have a good chance of making the squad based on how you look at in those periods. And so those guys are going all out, and they're finishing you through the sideline, and you get some good reps over there, and those are fun to watch. But that's usually where a lot of the fights break out, after a guy dumps a dude, after being out of bounds for 2 or 3 yards. But those are fun to watch. Those are definitely fun to watch.
Our joint practices, I mean, you kind of hit on it. You guys look forward to that? You bring a little extra juice on those days?
You look forward to it. I mean, there's when you get to it, you're excited about it, the day that it actually happens. I think everyone kind of knows what you're in store for when you get to a joint practice. I think having it only one day, though, really helps the situation, just because you do kind of walk into that second day with the eyes in the back of your head, kind of making sure you're looking out for one another, just because of what might have happened the day before and what was put on tape the day before. So I think it's good that we're doing it, for the one day, and you get a lot of good reps in, a lot of good work in, and in a controlled setting where, the coaches are quick to the whistle and those type of things. So a lot of good work, but definitely happy we're not doing it for 2 days.
Yeah. Well, then that'll hopefully it doesn't carry over into the game on Saturday.
Right.
But
exactly.
At least that's a game setting. It's a little bit different.
Right.
And, I like that, because I thought I'd rather have it this way than last year, where you guys did 2 practices and then it didn't play in the game. I mean, I don't know which one you would prefer, but
I don't know.
Well, my biggest thing about not playing in the game last year was that it left the last game, where I think starters did play. I know Justin did. But if you think about the time period, it kind of left the starters with somewhere around like 10 reps over a course of a month leading into the first actual game.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, it was just like a huge layoff of time.
What was that did we play them on Thursday, or was it a regular weekend game, the Colts?
That was a weekend game.
Oh, okay.
And then you had the Thursday game following, which is the last preseason game.
Right.
Which you guys did play.
Yeah.
The starters did play in that, at least for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, it just was like over the course of 30 days, you guys had like 10 live reps.
10 live reps,
which I don't know how much that matters for a veteran like you has been around, but for a quarterback developing or things like that, it didn't seem like enough.
Yeah, I think it's like person to person, person by person basis. Like you talk to Mercedes Lewis, I don't think he needs preseason reps.
I was surprised Keenan Allen played the other day.
I was too. Yeah, I feel like Keenan's in what, year 12 or 13?
13, and I don't think.
That's a lot of football.
Someone had told me that he hadn't played a preseason rep in 4 years.
Yeah, I don't doubt that at all. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys that come. But I think what guys though had to be open to and understand is the situation we're in with a new offense, new rookie, a rookie quarterback. And, you know, you're not going to put out the Caleb out there with guys with no one around him. You know, you want to make sure that we get the full unit out there and so that he feels confident in his prep and all that stuff. So there was some understanding that had to go on there between us and, you know, the coaches and the play, like working together with all that stuff. And, you know, obviously it turned out well the other day, but I think it's important to get the reps in the preseason to an extent. I think depending where you're at as a team, you know, look, we might 5 years from now and, you know, things are cranking well. We have offense looks good. Defense is looking good. And, you know, you have a lot of guys that have played a lot of ball. Yeah, sure. Maybe you don't have to play in the preseason, but, you know, at this point in time with where we're at, you know, as an organization, with how young we are, especially in the key positions, it's important to get guys out there to get those reps before the season begins.